I think lately with Xbox Live having the issues that it's had and Microsoft having some of those issues, despite being on the forefront of the tech world and the tech savviness and all that kind of stuff, I really do think that, we're actually starting to see some interesting things come out of Sony as well, where they're kind of refuting what Microsoft's idea of the future of gaming is. And I got to be honest, even though I'm an Xbox fan, I sort of enjoy what they're doing and what they're saying here. This is a nice little thing that they actually did come out and say, and maybe you guys might feel the same way as well. By the way, I'm just reporting on the news. This just happens to be some of the stuff that's more prevalent in the gaming news recently. Nothing having to do with preference. I prefer Xbox, but Sony's the one out there with the rumors and the leaks happening right this second, and so those are the ones that are going to be on people's channels mostly. So obviously Microsoft just talked about cloud streaming and cloud gaming and how important that's going to be, and 2 billion gamers and all that jazz. But Sony's CFO thinks consoles won't be overtaken by cloud streaming, especially not anytime soon. We hear a lot about cloud streaming, how it's going to be a big deal. We already have companies Apple, Google, Ubisoft, Square, EA, Square Enix, Microsoft, all investing in it. Sony, meanwhile, has PlayStation Now. Obviously not setting the world on fire with that. When so many companies are investing in this type of cloud gaming, you have to assume that it's going to be the next big thing, right? Well, everyone can't be wrong about it, surely, right? Well, however, Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki spoke about the prospect of cloud streaming versus consoles on Sony's quarterly results financial call, where he expressed his skepticism that consoles would be overtaken by the cloud. Responding to an investor's question about possible future risks to Sony's business, Totoki said that he foresees cloud streaming as eventually making the need for physical hardware games a bit redundant. However, he said that this is a long-term problem and should not pose any issues in the immediate future. So if cloud streaming were to take off, then possibly, but just because these companies want it, right, like a lot of these companies want it because they could cut out the middleman that way, doesn't mean that it's going to be a thing. You have to remember, like cloud streaming, cloud gaming has been a thing for a while, and we have yet to see it actually work well, particularly on multiplayer games, right? So, yeah, like some of the stuff we've seen dedicated to doing this, the things that we've seen, like the Google thing and all this kind of stuff. A lot of that, even the stuff on PlayStation Now, has been single-player stuff. Nothing that requires Twitch shooting and Twitch aiming and things like that, like a Call of Duty or a Halo or Gears, right? I think that's going to be much more hard to pull off for these companies, and I think that that's what basically he's stating. So I think we're going to need the hardware for a long time to come, and this could be good news for Sony because they're trying to postpone it as long as possible, and bad news for Microsoft, who kind of want this to happen closer to the near term than not. So anyway, I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. I will link this interview so you guys can check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Please share, like, hit the bell, all that stuff. Rack 'em up. Have a great day. Crapgamer out.